Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video and a brand new year. This is Wednesday, 1st of January. So happy new year to everybody. Hope you have a prosperous new year coming up, 2025. Okay. So I'd just like to welcome any new friends of the channel. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much. And welcome back all the old friends of the channel. Thanks for your continued support. It's really appreciated. So 2025 already. There we go. Anyway, we've got this Dinky Toys Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3 on the old Magic. So you can see it's a bit of a mess. I'm sure we can sort this out. Okay, let's get it off the Magic, get it on the bench, and have a good look at it. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here then. Dinky Toys Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3. I think it's a 3. It looks like a 3. Can't really tell. Okay, yeah, we got opening bonnet. It's got the V opening on it. There. It's got opening doors. Look at the state of that inside there, look. Eh? Looks like it's been living in there for a while. Both sides. No door cards on this one. And it's got opening boot. I think. Is it opening boot? No, no opening boot. That's good. Makes life a bit easier. Dual headlights at the front. Plastic chrome there. It's missing the Spirit of Ecstasy on the back. Lights on the back. Number plate still survives. I don't know what it's been painted with. I haven't got a clue. I've drilled the base out. There's only one rivet there. It's quite a big one and it's gone in quite deep if you look there. Look. I just took the head off and it's quite a big head on that one. And the hook's to back. It's number 127. Okay. So I'm going to try and sort this bonnet out. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Whether it's bent or not, I don't know. Hopefully we can repair it. Hopefully. It might have been done while I was taking this out. But we'll see. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. See, we should be able to carefully lift this off because I don't know what's going to come out underneath here. What's attached to what here? I ain't got a clue. I've not done one of these before. So I'm just having a look, see. I have to. I don't know whether that comes off first. I don't know. I don't want to break it. I don't think so. I think this comes off first. So let's have a look, see. And it's got front steering as well. Doesn't seem to want to release. You're seeing it as I'm doing it. So it gets broke and we get broke, don't we? Find a way in here somehow. Somebody's done this before, is going, nah, don't do it this way. Do it that way. It seems it's something stopping it at the front here. I'm not sure what it is. It's going up and down there. Ah, here we go. Just a bit tight, that was all. So carefully taking that out. Okay. I've got hold of the bonnet and my finger here. I don't quite know where that's come from. Oh, I see. That's that piece there, isn't it? That piece at the end there. Alright, let's just put that down gently out of the way. We'll flip this over. Okay. So that goes in that side then. And this one goes in this side there. Oh, this looks a bit tricky, don't it, on reassembly. This could be interesting. So that was sitting there and that was sitting there like so. But then that would sit back like that. So you'd have to put it in, put it back like that. Put it back like that. I like to mess about with this like this so I can, before I go too far with it. And that then, that pin then, would sit in that hole there. As it went back, cool. That's going to be tricky. That's going to be really tricky trying to get that back in there. Wow. What have I let myself in for here? Well, that's going to have to go in the back first. It might be a case of putting it in. Yeah, this is what on it. This is how I perform. So that might be better off going in there first. Before I go too far with it. And that ain't going to work either, is it? So let's have a look. To make sure I can get it back together again. So I would say then, this could be a long video, chaps. Could be a long video. That will go in there somehow. Ah, right, okay. You get it in there. Push them down. Right, okay, got it. Got it. We know it goes back together. Hook the base in the back first. Then join it together. Slide it in the front. And push it to the back. Whilst holding the doors in place. We're going to get ourselves in a bit of a muddle. Right, let's go. Get it off. So really then, that's it. It's a bit tricky that. Right, that's the bonnet. We'll leave that for a second. This looks like it was metallic blue. Well, that's it. Pull the doors out. You pull the doors open, they'll just come out as is. Yeah, it's always worth, I always tend to do that with a model I'm not sure about or haven't done before. And it's got a lot of parts to it like this. I like to take it apart partly, as you saw me do it, and refit it again just to see. Before you take it into small pieces, where you go so far you can't come back. You pull that out. It's a bit tricky, but we'll pull it out. Look at the state of that, look. Bloody hell. Okay. Windscreen drops out. That's pretty good. We can get away with that. So there, and there. That's that. Headlights we'll have to try and either heat them up because they're encased in this surround here. I don't think we'll be able to poke them out. I don't think. There's a bit of a gap there. Oh, that's loose. Look, there you go. That's fairly loose there. So that's a bonus. I might be able to dig that out of there. There's one. Without doing too much damage to it. I'm sure the other one will come out the same. Yeah, here it goes. Right, that's those two. I shall leave them as they are. I shan't. They're in little casings, look. So I shan't be taking them out of there. I'll leave them in there. That's that. That's that. Nothing at the back to worry about. So that's ready for the caustic. There's no broken pillars that I can see. It's quite weighty. So that's good. So that can go in then. Now what we've got here. Okay, that's locked in. They're locked in. I've got this to drill out. There. There's a little hole in there. Let's see if we can drill that out of there. That's going to be glued back in, I think. Have you got a small enough? Yeah, I think we'll get away with that. I think we'll get away with that. Let's try, shall we? Just gently, because it's plastic. If you want to know why I'm woggling it about, because the next size up in the drill bit is too big. It's too big. So what I do is I usually wiggle it about a little bit. There's a bit more. It's not ready yet. So it hopefully clears it. Can't have much more now. Come on, you bugger. Here she goes. That's it. She's off. Right, we'll stick that in something, clean that up. Bit of oven cleaner, I think. Wheels. I don't know whether they'll pull off or not. You can't get a puller on these because there's nowhere to pull. So we'll have to, so there must be on there somehow. Well, they're tight, wherever they are. They're really, really tight. It's just a tire coming off. Let's have a look at the bottom. Let's have a look, that's black. Right, okay, executive decision here. take these tyres off. And I think we're going to leave this on as it is. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here, chap, so hang on a minute. I'm just seeing if that will come off. Yeah, that might come off with a wire. Yeah, I think that'll come off with a wire wheel. That. The inside of the base is not rusty. The outside is just black. So we can lightly rub that down, get rid of this paint here, and then give that another coat of black. We'll mask the wheels up and we'll coat that black. That saves trying to pull these wheels off, because I think they're really tight on there and I don't want to bend the base plate trying to get them off. And these are only soft. I don't want to damage the hubs. So executive decision, because I can't get them out any other way, would be, because these are pressed on, would be to leave it as it is. So that's what we're going to do with that. Okay, we'll leave it as it is. Let me just check this to see whether the chassis is bent or not. Oh, that's what we got to get out. Black plastic bumper. Cool, that was lucky. That would have gone in the caustic soda. Then we would have been in the doo-doo, wouldn't we? Gently there. Gently, Bentley. There you go, John. Gently, Bentley, mate. There you go. Push that out like that. Just got to get over that little. You just got to get over that little rib there, like this. So that was lucky. Yeah, I just want to check, see if the base plate's not bent now and messed about with it. Yeah, we're okay. We're good to go. Right, so that's what we're going to do. Right, caustic soda time then. And I think I'm going to put the windscreen, the bumpers in the ultrasonic to start with, and then if they see what the paint's like, see what they come up like. If not, then I'll stick the front and back bumper in the oven cleaner. Give it a start. I'm going to have to switch the ultrasonic on anyway to do the interior, because that is disgusting. Seats work though. It's absolutely disgusting. Look at that. Well, it's got a dashboard sticker on it. Look, so be careful of that. I'm going to try and get that off. That will come out. Oh, that will. See what else comes off here. Let's see if we can get that off there. It looks like it might come off. Gently, gently. It's got that much grease and oil in it. It's coming off without any. Bit tight there. It's coming. Really, it's 20 minutes just taking it apart. Be prepared. The middle bit won't take long. It'll be putting it back together taking another 20 minutes. There you go. She's off. Complete. I'll look after that, put that in there. Right, there you go. Let's get stripping then. Let's get stripping. Here we are then. we're out the stripper and we're all wire brushed up, cleaned up. Like I say, I left the base as it is. I've cleaned the wheels up. Gonna need to polish them now. And when I polish them, I'll mask them up and give that a coat of black. So that's okay. That's good to go. Body wasn't too bad actually. A couple of casting lines just there. Got rid of that one and that one. There was a little pinhole there, so I filled that with super glue and baking powder. And the same with a hole on the roof. Apart from that, we're in pretty good shape. There's the bonnet sides. They're okay. Doors. These don't have door cards. It's just, I'm going to try and paint these the same colour as the interior, or near enough anyway. So that's them done. Dechrome the front bumpers and back bumpers. There you go. Oh, I did this one. Instead of using the other oven cleaner and stuff, what I did, I went around and I used, what can I say, what I used? Yeah, I used caustic soda. Once it's been off the boil, you can do that. But you've got to be careful. I kept them in the grips and just dipped them in for a few seconds, brought them out. It's just a matter of, that was quick and easy. So after you've stripped your model of all the paint, it's cooled down slightly, you can just dip these chrome parts in, but just dip them in a bit at a time, just a couple of seconds. Keep doing it until it all comes off. You don't want to leave them in there any longer, or else they'll deteriorate. That's just an alternative method. If you've got it, I just want to throw the caustic soda away at the time, so I just use that. Right, so now we're on the primer stage. The interior cleaned up nice, glass cleaned up okay. That's just with soap and water. I haven't done anything else to it yet. I might just go over and buff that up across there, and there's a scuff mark on there. You can just feel it with my finger, so I might go over the wet and dry or sanding pads, see what I can do with that. The interior, just soap and water on that. So I think the door cards, I'd probably do a Mars red or something, because it's quite red in here. So as you saw, I managed to save the dashboard sticker. I'm trying to get hold of my finger with it there. So I'm going to try and clean that up if I can. Be very careful. Get cotton bud and some warm water and just try and clean that. It's not too bad, it'll be okay because you won't see much of it anyway. So we've got all our grips ready. Get all gripped up. Fire's been on for a while, so it should be good enough to paint these. I'm going to do these bumpers in the black first before I go with the, I've got some chrome aerosol paint, I'll use that on there. Try and get these grip on these without flying off, because I don't want to. Yeah, I think that'll grip all right there. Yeah, I try and keep as little of paint on the joint as possible, on the hinge pins. That's a bit slack grip on that one, isn't it? Yeah, on the hinge pins, especially when it comes to reinstalling them, that should do it. So it just makes them work a bit easier. Right, and we're ready to go. It's a bit slack, that one. I'm not keen on that one. That's better. Right, see you in a minute. Alrighty, we're all painted, and I've scraped off all the chrome pieces. Got a little chip to fill in there. all around the windows, front, back, down the back boot lid opener, round the back lights, round the front lights, and these front chrome grills at there. All done, scraped them all off while the paint was reasonably soft. This is a pearlescent colour. I don't know if you can see that, but it definitely is a pearlescent colour. And it's this one, the Honda Supersonic Blue Pearlescent Spray Paint from Alfred's. Yeah, pretty cool. Done the doors. There you go, keeping the paint away from this area. Both doors. And then there's the bonnet, both sides. There and there. Because they hook in like so. There's a little tiny scrape mark I've got there to clear off. I can do that with a toothpick, but there, that's your bonnet. Your bonnet chrome line's only on one side. On there. I've used a silver chrome effect. I think what they call it now. It's called, from Colour It is called, and it's chrome effect. It's not the brightest of chrome in the world, but it works all right on here. And the same on the back there. So we're all chromed up, we're all done there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint the engine in there, a bit of black in there, then highlight with a bit of aluminium, and then I'm going to paint the indicators there and there, and on the boot orange and 2 reds, and these were silver, well, supposed to be clear lights at the back, whether they're reversing lights I'm not sure. Then when we've done that and let that dry, we can see about assembling it. But I've got to paint the inside of here first. I want to paint this. I've got like an orangey colour, orangey red. Try and get it similar to that. So there we go. And the glass is cleaned up pretty good. And what's a bit of a buff up there is there's quite a deep scuff mark on there. I can't seem to get that out with sanding because it's quite deep. And it's a bit flimsy, so I'm not going to risk breaking it, but I'll do a little bit more on it and see what I can get out of it. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's just you can see it on there. But it's just one of them things you know you can't have everything, can you? You do your best you can with it. Yeah, it's just a little bit on that top. I'll try and get a bit more out of that without breaking the glass. But I've got a spare one of these over here. This one, which has got better glass. I might nip the glass out of here yet, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. So, the base, give it a coat of black on the bottom there. Just got to polish his wheels up. There you go. They're not too bad of wheels. They're not the greatest of wheels for a Rolls Royce, but they'll have to do because it's all I've got. There you go. So that's where we are. So I'll shift that glass out of the way so I don't get anything on it. I'll shift these chrome pieces out of the way so I don't get any paint on them, as you do. I'll move the doors over there. And then we'll get the gig lamps on. And we'll see about putting a bit of paint on this engine bay. Just use an ordinary Revel Aqua. It's my go-to hand painting acrylic. You can thin it down with air thinner, or you can use water. Because when it comes in the tub, it's quite thick. So we'll just give this a coat of black all over. Not fantastically detailed, these cars, these things, but they were only toys, if you remember. Got to bear that in mind. These were designed and built as toys. Manufactured as toys. Here we go. So we're getting a bit of paint in there. It's been drying for, what's today? Monday. Painted this Friday afternoon. So it's been drying since then. So that's cool. Well, got a bit of crap on there. It's not too bad. Yeah, this is Monday. We went to Stafford on Sunday to the toy fair. Got a few bits and bobs. We had the trading exchange with out of our car boots. I think it was Andy Bourne from Andy's Diecast Garage Restoration, Luke from Diecast Rival, and his son Owen, and Paul Jones, PJ from Midlife Models, who is the boss of the channel, of the DMC, on Diecast and Models community. So if you want to join the Diecast and Models community and have a chat with us boys, get on Facebook, sign up. Yeah, we had a good day. Weather was good, so it weren't too cold, weren't wet and windy. So if you're ever up that way, Stafford way, and we're there, feel free. I did meet a chappie there, and I hope I got your name right. Mr. Higgins, a nice gentleman. Like he does his white metal Code 3 fairground rides, and we were having a chat. It was nice to meet you, my friend. Hopefully I got your name right. If I haven't, I'm sure you'll remind me. I'm not very good with names. Faces are not too bad. Names, I tend to forget. Yeah, so yeah, we just give it a bit of black, just give it a bit of colour in there, rather than just a plain old silver. There's no radiator, so you won't see much of it in here because them gold wing bonnet, they don't leave a lot in there. So I've got a little chip there to do as well. That's because it's I've been handling it, scraping bits off, and you get a little bit of damage. We touch it up. Right, that's that bit done. Right, I'm gonna, what's that, 8 minutes? So what I'm going to do now, let that dry. I think I'm back in with the silver. I'm going to do the silver on here first as a base coat for the Tamiya Clear, and then when I've done that, I'll go back and finish that on there. These are the Tamiya Clears that I use over silver paint, clear orange and clear red. They look a bit more realistic. You can use the pens. A lot of people use the pens, but my personal choice is those. But at the end of the day, it's all about choices. Your choice, not necessarily mine, or mine's not necessarily yours. But do whatever you think you want to do. That's the name of the game. It's your model, your restoration. You do what you want with it. So I'll get back to you when we've got the details painted, because we're on 9 minutes. That's long enough. We're going to take a bit of time on the assembly. So there you go. Alrighty, details are all painted. Be careful, don't mess about with it. Oh, but I've been so indicator lights, bit of engine detail, backlights on there. Got some number plates to dig out yet. I'll have to find out what the reg is. I'll clean the sticker, decal sticker it was. Cleaned that just with a bit of, gently with a damp cotton bud, just to get the muck off. I wasn't going to go too mad with it, and that's back on. Steering wheel I'll put back in, push it in when I've got the length that I need. It just goes in there, something like that. So that's all good to go. Now the glass, I managed to get the scuff out. There you go. The scuff is now gone. Yeah. I will do another video on cleaning glass. It's a question I get asked quite a lot. So I did do one in the beginner's guide of this on this channel at the beginning. But I'll do another quick video on using the sanding sponges or the wet and dry. But yeah, that's it. That's clean, ready to go. And it's and what I use after I've cleaned it, I use a bit of the old window screen cleaner, buff it up, smooth it up. So that's good to go. Wheels are polished, tyres are back on. I've been dry fitting this because it's difficult to get this bonnet lined up correctly in the correct manner to put this back in. I know some people have done it. Some people have done this one lots of times or a few times, and they know a method to do it. But I don't know the method. I've tried 2 or 3 times, and I was just getting worried I was going to scratch the paint. So I've worked out a method, and I'll show you tomorrow when I put it together. I'm just going to let it all settle now. Leave it alone now till tomorrow morning, which will be Tuesday morning. Dig some number plates out. I've painted the inside of the door cards. They're over there drying at the minute. So I've just got to put the keep fit handles, paint them, and then they'll be good to go. Get some number plates and then we'll put it together. Alrighty, so we'll catch you later. Alright, just a quick one. Just putting the headlights in. Let me just zoom out a bit because it's a bit close when I pick it up. Yeah, just putting the headlights in, the dual headlights. And what I've been using, I found this glue recently, and I use it for my miniature doll's house rooms. It's called B7000. You get it off the internet. Okay, this is a 10mm tube. It's like a rubber solution. Yeah, it says is a surprise adhesive force. This was a great adhesive, best selling Europe and America. Made fans around the world. And I'm not going to try and read that because there's no chance. But it's like a rubber solution. It's a little bit stringy, but they're very, very fine stringies. You get the needle to keep it dry. It's got a nice little applicator on the front. It's like a rubber solution, and it's quite tacky. So if you're going to locate something and you want it to like locate straight away, then this will do it. So all I do is just put a little dab will do ya in there. All right. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm still doing trials on it, so to speak. But I have had success doing my miniature rooms. So then we just pick that up, and we can drop that in there. And we should be able to push that in there like so. And there you go, you've got your dual headlights in. Okay, so I thought I'd show you that before we move on to the assembly. Okay, so I'm going to put this and keep the top back on it, keeps it clean. It's, you know, I mean, like we say, we try everything we can. This would be good for putting your windscreens in as well, instead of using super duper glue or anything else. And I think, if I can find the hole, put it back in, it's a little bit cheaper than the crystal clear, which you can buy, which is this one. micro crystal clear. This one takes a bit longer to set than the B7000, but it's worth a shot if you want to try it on anything. Okay, let's get on with the assembly. Okay, chaps, chocks away. Here we are, all done. Let's see if we can get this together without too much aggravation. The back bumper just pushes in and sits on that little ridge on that post. Okay, I'll put that in so I don't forget it, because I'm liable to put it all together then and think, oh, flipping heck, I ain't done that. So we'll do that. Right, now what I've done, I don't know if I showed you in a previous clip, I can't remember, but these two here is very awkward to get them in the locating pin at the back and at the front, because if you put this on there, then try and get it on, you can't. You have to spread it. It's very tricky. Now, I know there's some of you guys out there who've done this one maybe 1 or 2 times, or I don't know how many times you've done it. I know there's quite a few. I think Ian's done it as well. But I was messing about to do it yesterday. I thought, you know what, I'm going to chip this paint if I'm not careful. So what I decided to do was to cut this here. Okay, because that fits. Yeah, it fits in there. Okay, but it also fits over a post in here somewhere. One of these anyway. Yeah, it fits over that little post there. So it goes in like that. And if you was to glue that in first and then try and get this located in, you'd have to be pulling that back a little bit. So that's why I've done it anyway. I mean, it might be right, it might be wrong, doesn't really matter, as long as it fits together. It's already not an original, so there you go. And a quick word before I assemble it. When I've finished, I usually give mine a coat of polish. I've got 2 polishes here. I can use this one, which is the mere polish. Ultimate car polish, cleans, shines and protects. Does everything. Made in Germany. Not bad. I've had this for a while, it lasts a long time. And the other one I use, depending how I feel, is I use this 3M Marine Ultra Performance Paste Wax. Now I got this because I live just down the road from, well, where I used to restore one-to-one riverboats on the river near me. There's a big marina there, Fairline. You've probably heard of them. Fairline boats. They do real posh boats, massive boats, big yachts as they call them. And they use this to polish their hulls and all the bits and pieces with it. It provides a durable, high gloss wax finish, easy on, easy off formulation. Retards UV light damage. And you can put it on with a soft cloth. And it's a hard wax. So just quickly show you that. Because I'll probably use this hard wax on this one once it's all done. I think you all know what hard wax looks like. It just gives you that extra bit of protection, that's all. You know, so this is what I use. I know I might be waffling, but it just helps. There you go. It's a hard wax. I don't use a machine on it. I'll use my finger. I'll put it on with a cotton bud or a soft cloth, and then I buff it up. And I use soft cloths, these old t-shirts, nothing with anything else in it. So that's what I use. Right, enough gabbling, waffling, whatever you like to call it. Let's get on with it. Okay, so first we've got to get this interior. I'm not sure whether to put the doors in first or not. Let's have a look. Didn't get that far because the doors were, I painted the inside of the doors and they were drying when I was messing about with this. So let's have a look, see if we can get the doors in before or afterwards. Not sure. But I think we ought to put the window in first, don't you? That would be the best bet. So if we put the doors in, I'm not saying it's correct, it might not be. We'll soon see. I would say, judging by how fiddly it is, it's not correct. No, probably not. Let's get this in there. Now that tab there pushes up underneath the slot in the bodywork there. Then you need to push it forward so it goes behind those two pins. Well, I've got that far. Then I think, yeah, we could slide. No, I'm a bit worried about doing that. A bit worried about doing that. We might get away with it. Put them in like that. I was scared of chipping a new paint if you're not careful. See if we can jiggle it about like this. Yeah, that's not having it, is it? We'll try again. All that in there. All that in there. Right. So I was at hair there. Now that's going to be awkward because here we go. Half an hour later. Here we go. Right. Cool. Nearly. Just got to get it at the right angle. It's in. Yeah, right. They're in. Glass is in. Cool. I thought I'd chip that for a minute, but it was a bit of muck on it. Oh, flipping that, give me an heart attack. That's in, that's in, that's in. Right, okay. Oh, you know what? You tit. Gotta get the steering wheels fell out, innit? You never told me that, did you? I could edit this, start again, and make out that I didn't struggle. But I'm not going to do that, because that's just lying, isn't it? It's not fair on the guys who want to do one for the first time, so I'm not into doing that. I'm certainly not going to take it all out again and put this in, I'm sure. It'll go in. It'll go in. It'll go in. Got to hold it right. Come on, fella. In you go. What's your problem? There you go. Right, we're in. Okay, So that's in, that's in, that's in. And what I'm going to do now is going to join these two together. That. I'm going to put them two together like so. And I'm going to attempt to put that in there. Like that. Yep, so that's that. So I've got that located in there. Don't worry, because it bows up at the back there, because if you look, I was concerned about it, and I thought I'm trying to straighten it and muck about with it, but I did notice that on the two that I've got, they do exactly the same, and I think that's where you need to get your finger underneath and lift it up. That's why I think they've done that. Yeah, right. I'm sticking with that excuse anyway. Now, what I did do yesterday was you locate this at the back there, locate this at the front here. Okay. Just about this. Come out a little bit. It's a little bit fiddly. I won't deny it. It's a little bit fiddly. And put the screw in. Open this will grip. And then what I'm going to do is going to get that and then slide that, hopefully for all intents and purposes, in there like that and glue it. Yeah, that's the intention. So in order to do that, I need to put a bit of glue on the bottom of there. So I'm going to use this because it won't set immediately straight away, but what it will do, give me a little bit of time to mess with it if I need be, and put some there where it's going to slide. Okay, we're going to try this and hopefully it will work. See how good my eyes are, I can't even find that hole. Bit embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah, well, that's slid back there now, so that's got to go back in there. That has to roll down like so. And then this should locate in there, like so. That's in there. That's in there. That's in there. Now if I went that with my finger, that should lift up. There you go. And down again. So in order to give this paint, this glue, time to dry, I'm just going to show you that it does operate whilst holding my finger on the front, because I don't want to disturb the glue. There you go. So it does operate. Both sides. Or you can put both sides up, I suppose. There you go. So it's all there. You can see the engine in there just about. So we'll push that down. Fear of causing any more trouble. We'll let that glue dry. I've got to touch a little bit there. Just a tiny bit there. I don't know if I've still got any of the... Yeah, I use a spray in the cap, but it's dried up a little bit. Because when I was touching it up yesterday, I must have forgot that a little bit. So I'll just do that a little bit later on, at a later date. But there you go. She's all done. Doors. Oh no. Oh, I forgot to do. Oh, but here we go. It's all coming apart. I've got to put the washer in. I meant to have a washer in here. Should be a washer to go in there. That one's too big. Oh dear. Right, let me just put a washer in there. You've seen it all anyway, put together. Just the fact I forgot to put the washer in. That's all it is there. Okay. So I'll just go put that back in there before the glue dries. Okay, there you go. So let me just put a washer in there. What it is, because the head is so big on there, and when you take it out, it leaves a bloody great hole in the base plate. Yeah, so I've got to put a washer in there. I did forget that. So let me do that, and then we'll get it on the magic. I'll stand it up like that. It should be okay. All right, there you go. That's because I was messing about opening the bonnet and that. It loosened the screw. So there we have it. So I do a bit of washer in. Now the Spirit of Ecstasy, it broke off when I was messing with it. It's in here somewhere. There it is. It's just there in my fingers there, look. So I'm not going to put this on until it goes in the cabinet, but you can see it's there. It was on, but when I was messing about dry assembling it, it fell off because it's one I made myself. Well, it's not one I made myself. It's one I got off another vehicle, and I had to sand it down a little bit because it was a bit on the big side. So it's not locating fantastic, but I'm going to put it on in the cabinet so it won't get touched then. Alrighty. I'll see you in a second. This is what we started with. Dinky Toys, Rolls-Royce, Silver Cloud 3. Bit of a mess. So have a look, see what we did with it, and see if you like it. Have a look at this. Okay then, here we go, all done and dusted. Rolls-Royce by Dinky, Silver Cloud 3, in a pearlescent blue. I managed to get the Spirits to Ecstasy back on there, but I'm not going to muck about chucking the bonnet down. There's the interior engine, you can see, because it will knock it off again. So I'm going to put it all down before it goes in the cabinet. And I do that little chip on the wheel arch, you can just see coming round. I'll do all that in a mow before it goes back down the house into the cabinet. Yeah, quite a little tricky one to put together. Not so bad getting it apart, it's putting it together, it's a bit tricky. You get the front end right. I mean, now I've done one. I've got the gold one to do. I might try and do that without doing the slot in the radiator base. We'll see. We'll see. I have to sort of mess about with it. I'll do that one off camera so I can spend more time mucking about and finding out how to do it. Okay. Yeah, it's all right. Not a bad little car, this. Very flash. Yeah, scraped all the lines down it. Yeah. He said that I did put a coat of that hard polish, that hard wax on it. So that'll keep it nice and shiny for a bit. Okay. All right. Okay, well, all there is to say now is I'm wishing you all a happy new year. And a big thank you for supporting this channel over the last few years. It's really been appreciated. It's been a good journey so far. Hopefully it will continue into next year and beyond. So there you go. So whatever you're doing, be happy. Hopefully you'll be lucky. And we'll see you all again next week with another restoration. So bye from me, bye from Stanley and all the crew. And we'll see you in the new year. Bye for now.